So some of my OG fans might remember something like this. I basically did this a couple years ago, except this is going to be even better. Basically, we're going to have a civilization-style game play out in EU4. So as you can see, all the leaders are starting off with just one province, and all the provinces hold kind of the same value. Everyone's going to go around colonizing, going to war. It's going to be just like a regular Civ game. This mod was created by a guy named Door to Beyond, and honestly, it is far better than I ever could have done myself. Can't think of enough. There's going to be, I think, like 60 civs, 60 plus civs, all from Civ 6, Civ 5, and even a couple from Civ 4. Now, I always love picking the Zulu in games like these, just because they're down here by themselves. But obviously, we're playing EU4, which is going to bring really different results. For instance, if anyone gets a colony, well, that could technically be lost due to like an independence war. I think one of my favorite parts has got to be the accurate flags. You'll notice that the icons are similar to whatever Civ game they last appeared in. That is super cool. Like, it really helps with what we're trying to do here. America's already out here colonizing and not immediately next to their starting province. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see. This part of the map is obviously where the first wars are going to begin. It's kind of real jam-packed in here. We got Sparta, Greece, Macedon, Byzantium, maybe even the Ottomans might join in. We also have Egypt, the Phoenicians, Samaria, Babylon, Assyria, Persia, Georgia, whole bunch, as well as my personal favorite, Gulag Land. That's right, Stalin's making a little cameo. I think he was in Civ 1 and 4. We also got some of the newcomers, Australia, as well as out here New Zealand, the Maori, and one that I'm always going to forget about, but they're very important, at least in my heart. Even if they're going to be super annoying. Polynesia used to ruin everything for me, just because they could colonize the Western Hemisphere before anyone else, get way too powerful. So many Civ games destroyed because of them. But I still like them. Europe is starting to look blobby, which is to be expected. Not too many people border each other just yet, except for Austria and Hungary. Who knows, maybe we'll get a personal union out of them. Clearly Sparta's had a tough time from Greece, whoever this Greece is, Pericles or someone Alexander, I don't know. But I guess they're gonna be okay. They might survive. All the leaders are accurate as well. So I guess France actually has Napoleon leading them. Queen Victoria's in England. We have Trajan down here in Rome. And I also am kind of rooting for these guys. Kind of not used to them being here. And I think to help out with some of the balance in East Asia, just because there's not that many nations over here, we have 2 leaders. So we're used to that in India, but we also have that in China as well as Japan. Even though it's only been a couple years, let's still check on the great powers just to see who has the best start. Hungary, Greece, China, Byzantium, Assyria, another China, Papa Stalin, and an India. But obviously, this is all going to change. The Celts are already looking pretty good. They've already locked down Ireland, and now they just kind of have to worry about Scotland and England, which they're kind of off to a slow start. Or maybe not. Canada won our massive Civilization 6 Battle Royale. They were the final Civ left, so let's see if they can repeat that success. They might be able to, because there's not a whole bunch of rivals over here. Maybe the Cree could stop them. Rome is out here colonizing southern France and Iberia, which could be a bad idea. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what Spain is up to. Just friends with Portugal. Okay, makes sense. Scandinavia's filling up fast. Denmark is going to get a lot of southern Sweden. Denmark or Norway, I think. The Swedes are a little preoccupied with Finland right now. And so is Russia. Some of the most terrifying civs are up this way. We've got the Huns, Scythia, and of course Mongolia. And there really isn't anything that's gonna stop them from grabbing all this stuff. Portugal is already colonizing the Caribbean. All right, I don't know. That seems horrible, but you do whatever you want. Oh, and America colonizes Florida men. That was crucial, I guess, for them. Again, that's a long journey you made, but whatever. The Aztecs are already struggling with the Mayans, which the Mayans have 2 territories. Mayan, Mexico, I like that. They could be really powerful in Central America. This is what I was talking about. This is the exact thing I was talking. I shouldn't have said it. I jinxed it. Okay, thanks, guys. Polynesia has Polynesian California. Already out here forward settling. You know, actually looking around, it seems like most of these leaders are totally fine with not like having connecting territory. You'll probably see a lot of random dots just sprinkled throughout the map. So we now have 4 new Spanish colonies that just popped up out of nowhere. So the AI is going hard for South America while it's still open because Brazil's starting to reach down here for it. Sparta's still surviving, incredibly enough. I guess the Ottomans don't really want to do much here. They're just kind of chilling. Also, I don't know if this is a good idea. I wouldn't advise this. Sweden just looked like they took a pretty nice bite out of Norway, and there's actually a lot going on in this Nordic region. We've got Scotland up this way. Russia's doing something. They might have taken some territory. We also have Swedish Baltic territory. But Europe, for the most part, is already pretty much filled out, which shouldn't be surprising at all. There's so many civs here in this continent. It's gonna take a lot longer for everywhere else. Africa, Asia, obviously the West, which kind of means they're gonna go out and do what they're supposed to, kind of. They're gonna go out and colonize stuff, and that is gonna make things kind of accurate. Canada better watch it, because they might get replaced pretty soon here. Honestly, I think I like these ones much better. The Maori are being a little annoying since Australia just kind of needed this one piece of territory, I think, and they would have claimed the entire continent. There's definitely gonna be some wars that pop up between those two. Also, Indonesia is trying their best with just a terrible situation. They're going up towards the Philippines, but everyone else is starting to eat up their islands. Korea looks pretty much done already, just here at the start. I mean, unless they go out and colonize something else, which they probably will. Oh, they did a little bit, but they're gonna get cut off. We basically have a Roman Aragon, so that is also kind of weird. A lot of strange things are happening. Portugal just obliterated Morocco. They're probably the next to die. And Carthage is doing all right, I guess. Not so much Egypt. They're about to die too. And it's looking like the South Americans just didn't do enough. I don't know how that's possible. They had so much land, and it's like they didn't do anything with it. We have all sorts of different invaders. The Celts are down here too, with Celtic Columbia and Celtic Louisiana. Okay, so they are not holding anything back. As soon as they got Ireland, they just ventured out. This also is looking much better. I prefer this Canada. Okay, they've definitely had some problems though, since England grabbed parts of their islands. They took some stuff from Scotland though. Also, maybe England's just doing good in general. They took things from Denmark and northern Germany. Georgia's doing what they do in almost all my Civ 6 videos, just kind of moving up north, which is probably a good thing. You just want to stay as far away from this mess as possible. Looks like the Holy Roman Empire will be the next to die, but they did take out the Dutch, which, being a Civ game, we're totally used to that. It's actually getting really difficult to like observe. I know that that's stupid, but I'm just saying my job is not that easy. It's pretty easy, but this is a really hard video to do because there's so many things going on. I can't cover everything. Just look for yourself. The Khmer are doing all right in Southeast Asia. They seem to have won against like their big rival Siam for the most part, and then they're gonna have to deal with a lot of outside people now. While India over here is struggling. It's like, did they even try? It looks like they didn't even try, to be honest. I mean, these guys are doing all right, but a lot of other like Raj is about to pop up. Oh, I must have made Canada mad. Clearly, they took out Celtic Canada, and they were just not gonna have it. You can't have Irish Tim Hortons. That'd be weird. Polynesia is also getting kicked out of California. They're now just Polynesian Mexico for the most part. They also have Alaska though, which isn't much, but at least it's something. The Zulu were taken out by Portugal for the most part at least, and I'm thinking they're doing really well. Like, they're doing a lot of stuff. I think Shaka might be dead soon though. But there's actually a couple civs that are doing really well, even if they lost like their starting provinces or like they're starting 5 or 10 or whatever it is. I mean, there's so much land, you could just colonize something else. The Soviets are starting to break through Scythia, which is a big sign. I thought they were gonna grab up this land and lock up everyone. I guess not. Also, I think Georgia took out the Huns, huh? Yeah, that's sad. The Scandinavian wars are pretty much over, and it's been won by Norway. They're gonna be the last one standing, I think, because Sweden is not looking good and Denmark is dead. Kevin Russ is doing all right, but it's unfortunate their spot is just kind of jam-packed, which happens so often in Civ games. You're just surrounded, so you don't really have much of a chance. It's a race for Siberia, and there's a whole bunch of people involved. Of course, the Soviets want that. You have to get that, I guess, but Japan decided to get this a long time ago, but they don't really want anything else. Australia almost conquered their continent as soon as they kicked out the Maori, but now we have another invader. Spain just won't let them have it. So it looks like we were gonna see at least one colony replace like an original leader. Brazil is, yeah, that's just depressing. You guys are gonna be drinking tea now. The Mayans are looking like they're gonna have a rough time. I don't know if this is Portugal that is doing all this. Keep in mind, Portugal also has all of the Caribbean, so yeah, they're super dominant. Rome is now pushing inside of France, just eating a lot of southern French territory. I guess they're also dealing with like basically 100 years war. Wow, England, that's not a good look. I thought Persia was almost completely landlocked by the Sumerians, and the Sumerians don't even really have their starting province. That would've been sad. That'd been very depressing, but you got lucky for now. So I guess it's for the most part confirmed. The Soviets will be getting a lot of their stuff they love so much. Not all of it, but just a little bit. And as for everything else, I mean, Europe is really starting to come down. There's a lot less players here. Also, what the hell happened to Rome? It looks like those 3 horde nations are gonna have very depressing games. Huns are dead, Scythia is about to die, and Mongolia is just trapped. They really can't do anything. Way to make me look dumb, guys. And why is Canada looking like they're about to take over all of North America? Come on, guys. You've had your time. You got your victory. Please, just let someone else have a chance. Really, Georgia? Really? All right, well, there we go. I don't know where the hell that came from, but I guess they're now superpower. Australia's looking pretty good too, though. Not the same, but I mean, they're looking all right. They took out the Maori and they have all control over New Zealand, and I guess they could continue to expand this way. Europe is looking a lot less crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, the border war is still disgusting, but it's supposed to be a Civ game, so I guess that makes sense. Porto's taken over almost all of Iberia. We have Greece continuing to, well, Rome is almost dead, so that's interesting. I think that's England down here too. A lot of time's gone by, and I don't know what is going on. Kevin Russ controls like all of Eastern Europe, or a lot of Eastern Europe. They're looking good. Russia also, Russia's doing great, and Mali expanding through Iberia, doing their own Reconquista? Yeah, Reconquista. I love how Sparta's still doing all right. I mean, they lost like an immediate war, and look at them. They made it. They're looking sexy. They got some nice friends. They're also at war with Japan. Georgia and India is now a thing, because why not? Yeah, that's basically India. That makes sense. And America is gonna die once again to Canada in a Civ game. Man, this is painful. This is painful to watch. You guys just suck now. And once again, here's another huge jump in time. Canada has basically taken over all of North America. English Brazil died, and the Mapuche out of nowhere. So they saved it at the very end. As for the East, India taking a lot of South Africa and all of Australia. I don't know how they managed to do some of this stuff. Europe is still really messy. I like how Sparta survived till the very end. England's looking good. Mali, Kevin, Russ. I don't know who really won this. We should probably find out. And Persia kicked out Samaria. I was gonna say, that would have been horrible, like a horrible look. And they're expanding a little bit into India. I think they might have killed Gandhi. I love how there was only a few nations with this like plain white color, but of course Georgia managed to make it pretty far, lose their home territory, and get right next to the other one, just to make it confusing. Yeah, here's a better visual look. I guess Oda of Japan kind of has a lot more than it might seem. Georgia's definitely losing some power. I don't know what happened. I mean, they had their moment. They just collapsed. Anyways, here we go. Let's see who won. So we have India, Japan, Sparta. That is incredible. Love that they made it to 6th place. Persia, Russia, Kiev, and Rus. All right. That is also kind of surprising. Oh man, Daddy Stalin didn't make it. Man, now I'm depressed. And Canada has won once again. Ever since they included Canada in Civ 6. You know what? We need to have a petition. Maybe we should remove them. They're too OP. So this really was like a true Civ game. Just complete stupidity. Like, it was just dumb. A lot of things that didn't make any sense, but it happened and it was entertaining. So that's all I could ask for. I'm so glad this mod was made because I've been wanting to do this for like a year now. I couldn't do it. I'm not very good, and it's really difficult. But this is way better than I ever could have done. So many cool things. The icons being brought from the Civ games, the leaders, and clearly, I think Civs were able to expand a little bit faster than I would have been able to get them to do that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Big thanks to Elphie C, Elijah Senpai, Ruserification, SwissAargau, Maxy G, King Solomon, Ben Moke, Galli, TannerOfNazareth, Furry Cruz, MisterPERKELE, CooterDonkey, Braden Hinkle, Destiny 9000, MegaFatBoi, A Sneaky Gengar, Battle Buddy 1847, James Miller, Mike S is gay, Sleeper 56, Huey Long Dong, and Alfonso M6. Thank you.